Good evening and welcome to Angus the Monkey Does the Master Race. Angus the Monkey, can you tell me a bit about what you think the Master Race is? Go on, you tell me. No, they're special people. They belong to corporations, they're cloned, they're what? They've got the best science. How can you have the best science? Science is truth. Everybody knows what science is. How can they have the best science? You mean we've got the worst science and they've got the best stuff? How come? Nikola Tesla. Everybody knows Nikola Tesla. Just a joke, haha. It is electrogravity. Everyone, all these know-alls have been pounding the internet for years, whacking down anybody as a nut job that's got anything to say about alternative energy, alternative propulsion, and anti-gravity. And no, they haven't, have they? Secret space fleets. They've got secret space fleets, and where are they going with them? Where are they going with the secret space fleets? Colonies? Oh, who's letting them do that? Because there's a lot of stuff on this earth that, everybody and their brother knows, and sister in fact, knows that stuff on this earth is not quite as way it should be, eh? Everybody knows that everything on this earth has got a wee bit of a problem, eh? Aye, well, we've been left with all the problems, and they've got in their big spaceships and flying off. You see them, big stuff flying out. Why, apart from Gary McKinnon hacking into their special database or whatever he was saying, you can see the stuff flying out every other night. Big stuff flying out orbit. Where are they all going? The thing is, who really cares? I'll explain why we shouldn't bother where they're going in a minute or two. But before I get there, check this out. So I'm guessing that you and me both think that we're staying in the same world, eh? I'm staying in the world of Angus the Monkey and you're staying somewhere really great. Wonderful. And everybody thinks that, well, the world's round. It is round, of course. And that we go from A to B, we cross the void and the oceans and the stars, and we get to the next planets and exoplanets, and everything's all quite... And that science is okay, and that reality just works the way we think it does, and everybody's having a great time. Whether or not we've been fed a lot of rubbish by NASA over the years, it doesn't really matter, because everybody knows that stuff is out there. Yeah, sure, stuff's out there. What's worse is it's here as well, and it's parading up and down our streets as well as stuff. Holographic vehicles, holographic cars, holographic people, holographic aircraft, everything's... So, and at that point you've got these people saying, well, the world's just a hologram anyway, it's a matrix, what does it matter? And the greys are blah, 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 etc. Aliens, Anunnaki, reptiles, whatever you want to say. A whole bunch of unhappy stuff happening in this planet. Now, would you believe I've got a cat problem? Eh? Do you know you're on camera at the moment, pal? Go and see, look, see, camera. Yeah, I've got a cat problem. What do you think, Angus? Think you should leave us alone? Yeah, I've got a cat problem. See, this cat's got a problem. It wants some food. But we all want food, don't we? At the end of the day, we all want a bit of food. And for that, we pay some incredible prices, like all the additives that they put in our food and stuff like that. And all the horrible stuff they're pouring on us. They kind of polishing us off, according to Agenda. What is it? Agenda 21. Agenda 21 eugenics. That's what it is. They want to get rid of us all. Hey, ha ha. And Angus McMonkey is not very happy about that, are you, Angus? No, there'll be no bananas for you, pal. You know why? Because it'll be too expensive. You can't get bananas, pal. No bananas in the shops because they take so much carbon to get there. Listen, climate change is climate change. It's been happening for thousands and hundreds since the Earth begun. There's been climate change, isn't there? But listen, it's neither here nor there. The ice is shifting about. It's cold here, it's warm there. We'll just wait and see. We'll just wait and see what all the graphs show and all that stuff. You can believe them scientists from East Anglia, they kind of falsified it. They made it all stupid. They think we're daft, some of these scientists. They absolutely do. But anyway, maybe they've got us kind of thinking that we're daft because they give us this curriculum for excellence in schools. Hey, Angus, curriculum for excellence. It makes you dumb, doesn't it? Dumbs you do? Nah. Anyway, so does the fluoride. No, what? Nah, fluoride in the water is... Everything's designed to have us dumb doing zombies. Have you got an iPhone? You better know of an iPhone. No, he was playing Candy Crush on the iPhone, or this new craze, Pokemon. What are you up to? Look! That cat is a pain in the. Where is the cat? Is it right back there? What's that cat doing? Eh? He is. That cat's definitely invaded by a feline extraterrestrial being. It's a feline. It's after us. Our cats are giving us jip. Right, now we get to the main point of the show, the master race. Right, the master race have got one plan for us and one plan for them. And they think, and that's their big problem, the master race have got a huge problem because they think that leaving this planet, they're going to go to somewhere else and some planet somewhere else and start all over again with their nonsense and all that. And they seem to think that that's eternity doing there. But I've got some bad news for the master race. Very bad news. Now check this out, Angus. No, it's in here, Angus. Check this out. I've got some bad news for the master race. I've got some bad news for the master race because we are living in this. Can you see that, folks? That is an onion. Can you see that? And then one layer of that onion, that eternal onion that we're staying in, is us. And all the stars and the galaxies and all that stuff that we think is our eternity is just part of a plane, isn't it? It's a plane, like not an airplane, what do you call it? It's like an onion skin. And there are realms below us, and we're in not so much in a universe, but we're in a density. We're in a density. And there's slowly moving densities and higher densities, there's less energy down below and hell and all that, which is why they're also hungry and they need all these souls to keep them going, like fuel, they need all the fuel. People are specialized to live in, beings or creatures are specialized to live in that state and to harvest people like ourselves, who are a bit daft sometimes, eh? Anyway, that's just thought, that we're all staying in this onion, big onion, but onion skin. We're staying in an onion skin. Can you see it? Big onion skin. See all these layers? Check the layers out. Onion skin and its layers. We're in one of these layers. As you know, you peel the onion's other layers. Now, we are in a density, and rather than call this a universe, a bit like Mortal Kombat a wee bit, but call it a realm. This is the Earth realm. The realm of this density. Don't want to call it a realm, call it a density. We're in a particular density where energy isn't free, where souls aren't free, and that as free as we'd like to be, that's for sure. And that why is it that that God would send his son down this series of onion skins to our density and be a pattern or a key to get back up that way and in that truth and further up to more life, because we're resonating with the pattern of love. I suppose that's what it's about. Sympathetic resonance. It's like voodoo. It's not really. I mean, I suppose in a way it's not actually magical words, these. If we're resonating with something bigger and better and higher and more powerful with ourselves, we can draw energy and source by that prayerful connection. Can't we, Angus? Eh? I suppose so. But the master race, you see, the master race don't want any of that. They don't have it. But all the little vassals that have sold Angus and me down the river here are going in their little ships and they're driving off. Where are they going? Where do you think these guys can go? Lots of exoplanets, plenty, big universe. The universe is big out there, isn't it, Angus? Big universe. But the further away they go from the epicenter of where Christ came, the worse it's going to get for them. The further away from here they go, they're lost. But they're not. They're really going down a wormhole, it's true. Going down wormholes in this onion skin. They're going down wormholes in that, just in one skin. They're never going to find heaven like that, and they'll never find heaven unless they're full of love. But how can you say that you're full of love when you're poisoning, according to the Georgia Guidestones, 6 billion people, so you can be superior and move off with all their goods and their plunder, aren't they? Heading off with all the plunder, aren't they? What's masterful about that was that they're very good at maintaining this confidence trip. They've scammed us. Yeah, of course the climate's changing. Of course we need to chill out with the toxic pollution. United Nations Industrial Development Organization was monitoring factory outputs in the 70s, for goodness sake, 1970s. Whole reports. UNIDO, UNIDO, it's called. Its headquarters are in Vienna. And they've got all these special reports they're putting in about factories, emerging industrial nations and all that. All been done, known that. And then the reality is that the climate has been changing as frequently as it's always done. Before humans started keeping records, we were growing grapes in northern Scotland. Can you imagine growing grapes in northern Scotland? Now, since time began, we've never really been able to grow that much grapes in northern Scotland. Do you realise how cold and wet and seriously cold it is up there and windy? But in Roman times, it was much more fertile. You know, the climate is changing, but that doesn't mean to say it necessarily has to change for the worst. But look at the sun. If the sun's got sunspots, but anyway, the master race are heading out. And all we can say is adios. They've got the big underground races, and all their little clever vassals that they're leaving behind have got these special supermarket club cards with you know, they can buy their way into the safe list on Tesco or whatever it is. I'm not sure if it's Tesco, but I mean, they'll have something. They'll have some consolation prize for all the people that they've sold out. They'll feel a little bit superior. But things are kind of degenerating a wee bit. You notice that? I mean, like France, Germany, Sweden, all these places are kind of going by the by, aren't they? What's happening? Something strange is happening. What could it be? I guess. Any ideas? Eh? See, ask him because he's orange. He's got orange hair and he might know something that I don't, but I doubt it. Like, but what do you think? Ah, well, you know, our banana imports are. What's banana imports from Ecuador got to do with this? Nothing, you see. See, Angus is not very read up on the master race, but he knows that his genetics qualify him for free bananas. Yeah, they do. He's feeling superior, this guy. Angus, he's quite superior. He's got orange genetics, and he feels like he could just walk into any supermarket and say, "Hey, sailor, give me my bananas." Ha ha ha. And he wants to go and do that, but he's no. Master Race is just in their big ships, heading off, flying out the side of mountains, and their James Bond-like massive starships or whatever, and they're heading off, leaving us to this toxic, intoxifying ocean. Anyone want a can of Pacific tuna? Pacific fish? Not a good idea if you're staying in Canada's western seaboard of America or Canada. Terrible, terrible. The toxic. All these poor cancer-ridden fish are popping up. Oh, it's only a matter of time before that spreads. So we're left in a toxic desert, and the people are just helping it on its way. They're introducing fracking, and they're making the water a scarce commodity, and it's all part of the unhappy process. And they could have given us free energy. They could have given us this stuff, free robotics, free energy. They could have given us all that stuff, but they've decided, nah, we'll just kill them off, sort them out, snuff us all out, blah blah blah. And they might as well use turbulent emotions as part of that as well. So if you've got turbulent emotions for any reason, you're part of the problem, eh? So no turbulent emotions, just peace, love. Think of love. Think of peace. And if mankind could think of love and peace and getting on with our brothers and sisters, being tolerant and loving, then we've got a future. Temporary future, mind you, because until this toxic stuff at Fukushima can be sorted out, but at least we've got more of a chance if we can all just get along. Mind you, wasn't that one of the phrases in Mars Attacks? Why can't we all just get along? It's true the way. Anyway, Master Race, adios Master Race. Wave them bye-bye. Bye. Master Race are going, bye. And they're not going anywhere good. So don't worry about it. That's the one consolation we can have is they may think that they're going somewhere, but given all the demonology that's infesting them, they have no chance of finding out if they're going anywhere good. They could all end up in glass containers filled with green goo somewhere, and they wouldn't know it. That's the problem. They'd not know it.